Yeah, Lori and Mark, today Councilmember Lorena Gonzalez says she's asking for answers after we first broadcast this video on Friday, which has led to more finger pointing in the city's most complicated issue. This is where parolees should be reintroduced into society, a SODO building with resources.
There's an opportunity for people to get bus tickets to go home, for example, and to connect with other services that they might need.
Instead, the video from earlier this month shows a Yakima County Corrections deputy uncuffing inmates here, underneath I-5, at 5th and James, which is near a cluster of homeless encampments.
Well, I think my initial reaction was probably one that the general public shared, which is having a lot of questions around why.
Today, Seattle Councilmember Lorena Gonzalez says she's asked for further information. It's another instance showing regional impacts on Seattle's complicated homeless crisis. We showed you earlier this month how state-run, state-owned properties along freeways have been a haven for the homeless, and despite multiple complaints, the state has done little to manage the situation. In this case, Yakima County and the State Department of Corrections agreed this is not standard operating procedure and won't be going forward. Gonzalez says the incident may prompt a broader examination.
There might be an issue related with the system.
A system which gave at least a few inmates a rough first step back into society. Yakima County's Department of Corrections director says, hey, this is not standard operating procedure, but their contract is with the state, not the city, and King County is one of 20 entities that contract with Yakima for space. And he clarified his comments over the weekend in the Yakima Herald, saying that his department has had a problem with drop-off in one West Side city in the past, but not Seattle. What this story really highlights, though, is just how complicated the homelessness issue is in Seattle for so many people that want to tie homelessness with crime and the criminal element being dropped off in Seattle. You see now that there are people that are being released in Seattle that aren't being given the services. That video shows it. It also shows, again, how complicated this issue is in Seattle and King County.
Okay, I guess we'll be hearing more on this for sure. Thanks, Chris.